On November 15, 2019, waves of protests exploded across Iran, and within 48 hours, most of the country was gradually cut off from global internet and satellite TV services. The blackout lasted for 6 days, unprecedented even in a country where shutdowns have happened before. During that time, security forces launched a brutal crackdown. As many as 1,500 protesters and bystanders may have been killed. The true figure remains unknown. How can any government shut off the internet for over 80 million people? For years, Iran has been building the National Information Network, effectively an Iranian internet, hosted domestically and with restricted access to outside content. This means that during shutdowns, some key services such as banking, e-commerce, messaging and streaming apps are kept running, but access to international media is denied. And US sanctions have compounded the problem. Apple has removed apps linked to Iranian developers. Google has blocked its cloud platform, and Amazon has blocked financial transactions from Iran. By banning Iranians from American hosting and platforms, Iranian developers and websites have been pushed onto the national network. In November 2019, the government instructed Iran's ISPs to cut off international services, enabling Tehran to portray the protests as riots. Iranians were unable to access information, communicate freely, or securely document human rights abuses. What does this mean for digital rights and freedom of expression in Iran? The National Information Network doesn't guarantee anonymity, privacy, or data protection. Rather, authorities may filter or censor content based on political, cultural, or religious criteria. Net neutrality is undermined. Diversity of content is severely reduced, and Iranians are prevented from freely exchanging information. There has been no judicial oversight of 2019's shutdown. Even in the context of Iran's complex governance structures, it is still unclear precisely who ordered the blackout. The UN Human Rights Council has condemned internet shutdowns as violating rights to free expression under Article 19 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. Without urgent reform, this unregulated power to bar access to the outside world will lead to more abuses of human rights, more suppression of dissent, and more killings. That's why Article 19 is calling on Tehran to undertake a transparent investigation of the shutdown, to allow the people of Iran access to the open and free global internet. So please share this video and our report with activists, journalists, policymakers, and legal experts, and ask Tehran to let the net work.